Good day everybody. I wish you salam assalamu alaikum. I hope you are well. I'm also well. Dear students, I also welcome to our virtual class, and this is the second class of changing sentence. In the previous class, I discussed about changing sentence and how many types of changing sentence are there, and how many types of sentences are there to be changed, and what is the feature of the changing sentence in the examination. Now, today we are going to discuss one by one, and I want to start with functional sentence. We know functional sentence are of 5 types: assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamatory. Now, we want to do assertive to interrogative. If we want to transfer the assertive to interrogative, then at first we have to know what is the structure of interrogative sentence and what is the structure of assertive sentence. Assertive sentence, subject plus verb plus extension. That means assertive sentence start with subject, and interrogative sentence auxiliary plus subject plus verb plus extension. That means interrogative sentence start with auxiliary. Now there is a question in our mind: what are the auxiliaries? And auxiliary verbs are of 4 types generally: to be, to do, to have, and modal. To be: am, is, was, were. I repeat: am, is, was, were. To have: has, and had. Have, has, had. To do, does, and did. Do, does, and did. Now, modal: can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, ought to, need, dare, have to, has to, had to, am to, is to, ought to, was to, were to, and so on. Dear students, now we want to discuss about assertive to interrogative. Dear students, this is an example of assertive sentence. How do we know the sentence is assertive? The structure. This is the assertive sentence, and this is start with subject and then verb. If we want to change the sentence to interrogative, then we have to know the structure of interrogative. What is the structure? Auxiliary plus subject plus verb plus extension. By the structure, we can understand easily interrogative sentence start with auxiliary. So we have to notice, is there any types of auxiliary in the assertive sentence? Yes. Is there an auxiliary verb? What is this? This is. So we have to write the auxiliary at the first, and the assertive sentence is affirmative, so interrogative will be negative. So we have to make it isn't. Isn't he a teacher? Dear students, another remark: we have to put at the end of the interrogative sentence question mark. If we do not put the sign, we won't get any marks in the exam. After transfer the assertive sentence to interrogative, we have to use the question mark. The students, this is also an example of assertive sentence, and the sentence is negative, so assertive will be, interrogative will be affirmative. Is there any auxiliary? Yes. What is this? This is. We have to write the auxiliary verb is at the first of the interrogative sentence, and then subject. Is he a teacher? He is a teacher. Isn't he a teacher? He is not a teacher. That means, is he a teacher? Now, next. There is also an auxiliary has. The sentence is affirmative, so we have to make it negative. Hasn't. Hasn't he done the work? This is also an example of assertive, but the sentence is in negative. So, as interrogative will be affirmative with the auxiliary. Has he done the work? He has not done the work. That means, has he done the work? There is also an example of auxiliary. Can't he run first? And the last one, can he run first? Dear students, I just say one thing. If we transfer the assertive sentence to interrogative, then we have to know the structure of interrogative. We know that interrogative sentence start with auxiliary verbs. So, if we find any types of auxiliary to be, to do, to have modal, we have to use the auxiliary at the first of the interrogative sentence. Now, there is a question. If there is no if there is no auxiliary verb, then what can we do? Students, now we are going to discuss if there is no auxiliary verb in the assertive, that what can I do? We should remember one thing. If there is no auxiliary verb in the assertive, then we have to notice what is the condition of verb, that means principal verb. Go, went, gone. This is a verb, present form, past form and past participle form. If there is present form verb without s or yes in the assertive sentence, then we have to use auxiliary do for the principal verb go, and the verb is with s or yes, then we have to use auxiliary verb does, and if there is past form verb, then we have to use auxiliary verb did. Dear students, we said earlier that if the assertive sentence is in affirmative, then interrogative will be negative. So we have to make the auxiliary in negative. Don't, doesn't, didn't. Then what can we do? We have to write the subject. Don't we go to school? Doesn't he go to school? Didn't she go to school? Dear students, I can say one thing. If the verb is in first form, then we have to use auxiliary did. After using auxiliary did, we have to transfer the verb first form to present form go. Dear students, look at the whiteboard. There are some examples of assertive sentence. Everybody loves flowers. Everyone can do it. If there everybody or everyone as subject of assertive sentence, then we can change the sentence in two ways. Like this is subject and there is no auxiliary verb, but there is a principal verb with s or yes. So we have to use auxiliary does. The sentence is affirmative, so we have to make it negative. Doesn't, subject everybody. Doesn't everybody love flowers? After using auxiliary doesn't, then verb will be free form as or yes. Loves will be love. We can do another way. For everybody, we can use who. Who doesn't love flowers? Everybody loves flowers. Doesn't everybody love flowers? Who doesn't love flowers? The same. You can do one. Everyone can do it. Same. For everyone. We can also use who, but at first there is an auxiliary verb, so we have to use it at first. Can. The verb sentence is affirmative, we have to make it negative can't, and the subject can't everyone do it. This is one type, and we can go for another type. For everyone we can use who cannot do it. But the same, we can do one. And if there nobody, no one or none in the assertive sentence, then is there any auxiliary? No. There is verb present form with as or yes, so I have to use auxiliary does. The sentence is negative, so interrogative will be affirmative, and nobody is negative what? It will be affirmative what? Nobody is for anybody. Does anybody hate flowers? Who hates flowers? Both the same. You can do only one. For none, there is auxiliary. Can anyone for none. Can anyone do it? Or who can do it? Both are same. You can do one. Dear students, there is also everybody, and the verb is first form. For first form we have to use did. The verb sentence is affirmative, we have to make it negative didn't everybody join. Dear students, the verb first form will be present form after using didn't everybody join the party? Who didn't join the party? Both are same. We can use one sentence in the examination, only one. We need not do both the sentences. We can do in two ways, but we have to do only one way. I repeat, if there is any auxiliary, we have to use the auxiliary verb if we want to do interrogative, and if there is no auxiliary, then we have to use auxiliary do, does and did. Do will be used for present form verb without s or es. Does will be used for present form verb with s or es, and did will be used for past form verb. And after using did, the verb will be present form. Dear students, stay well, be happy. Thank you.